So up next, we have Jared.
Oh no!
I'd love to hear your thoughts about just this first picture of him that you're seeing.
I would have swiped left, Jared.
His first picture is of him holding looks like a sniper gun or rifle.
It's some kind of weapon, and when a gun of some kind. Like
Yes.
it could be a paintball gun, it could be a BB gun. I don't know guns. It looks like a gun, and it's kind of triggery. It's a little
Wow.
It's such a bold picture because also he's in silhouette. Mm-hmm. The sun is setting behind him or rising. I don't know. Yes. It's a beautiful area where he's at. I'm not gonna lie. Like the clouds, the landscape. There's even mountains. I'm like, gorgeous location.
Okay.
And then you have such like a bold picture, a bold choice of stance, bold choice to pose, and holding the weapon. I'm like, it's a lot. And it's so off-putting because I'm like, weapons, don't put them in your pictures.
Interesting. Now, I will say, again, this is like, as a guy, I understand the logic behind it, which is supposed to be like, I'm tough, I'm masculine, look at me, I can protect you. And so it's interesting that, because he's thinking that's the reaction he's going to get, is like a woman's going to see that and be like, oh, this is definitely a masculine man. But your reaction seems to be completely different. Why is that?
It's because, like, when I see a photo of any guy with a gun, it kind of gives me the idea of like, oh, so you know how to shoot a gun. Oh, you know how to defend yourself. This guy's got a physique. Like, he's built. So I'm like, do I have to worry about these things? Like, I get you could probably protect me. I get you could probably like, you have good aim, I'm assuming, because you're going out on a range like here. But do I have to worry about this gun?
Wow.
And that might just be me because like there are some people out there who love seeing gun pics because like, oh, so he knows how to handle a gun. Okay, that's totally fine. He can protect me. There are people out there like that. But when it's your very first photo in your dating profile and there is a picture of you holding a gun, it's kind of it's a turn off.
Interesting. How do you think you would have reacted if you saw this, say, like 4 pictures down?
I'd be like, okay, so he's adventurous. And also like that's kind of like what I get. Like he might have been going for, like maybe he went to a gun shooting range, like how people really loved going into like break rooms, like rooms where you can smash stuff.
Oh yeah.
Or like, hatchet throwings. But those are very clearly put. Those are things that you went to go do. Those are adventurous
like
things.
These are other things I like to do. This is like, This is the main thing I like to do.
Yeah, this is the main thing I like to do. It's your very first thing. And I don't know what kind of weapon that is. If it's a paintball gun, let's go paintballing. That's a blast. But that I don't know because it's in silhouette. And he has he looks like he knows exactly what he's doing with it. And it's just it's scary. I'm sorry, but when I looked at it, I was like, oh my God, I feel a little intimidated by this picture.
Interesting.
And he obviously he put something on top, above the photo it says, felt cute, might delete later. Should have deleted it. Not gonna lie. But the comment makes it less intimidating. So it's like, okay, so he has a sense of humor. He chose a wrong picture. And then he has a comment below it where it says, my most irrational fear is heart attacks and brain aneurysms. So he's being open about things that he fears. So he has a vulnerable side. So these two comments around this very intimidating photo,
picture, yes.
That's where I'm like, okay, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. If those comments weren't there, immediate swipe left.
Wow, interesting.
Immediate.
So it kind of cushioned the blow seeing those other things around it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm like, okay, what's next? Also, the fact that I can't see your face, you're wearing a hat, and you're in silhouette. I have no idea.
Yeah, because this could have been one of those, he could have done it from waist up, but had it closer where you could see at least his face. It's a side view. He's clearly got glasses and a hat on, so it's all this masking is happening to where she can't. That first picture, she needs to get a read of what your face is, and this picture is not doing it.
Yeah, that first picture, I have to see you. I have to see you. You've got a great physique. I'm sorry. That's great. But I'm not, that comes later. I want to see your face. I want to see what you look like.
So he's got some more comments here.
All right.
Oh, the comment says, my most rational fear, heart attacks and brain aneurysms. Sorry for the lack of variety in current picks. Yes, I'm into firearms. You don't have to be. Tolerating is good, though.
All right. So, like I said, I was like, with these comments, I'm going to tolerate it. And then he blatantly said this is something that he loves to do. That's a hobby of his. And that honesty is a gift. Like, with that honesty, you can decide immediately, like, no, I'm not into firearms. I'm not willing to tolerate it. Or like, oh, okay, so he let me know.
Either way, he put it out there.
He put it out there. I'm like, okay, that is an actual firearm. That's a hobby he likes to enjoy. Okay. I'm actually very grateful for his honesty instead of having me to like weed through it and then eventually like talk about it if we matched and be like, yo, you got to clear this up.
Yeah. But also note, like we had in the video we're showing, we had to scroll down to see that the extra explanation.
Yes.
So had it not been there, it'd have been harder for her to decide if she's going to explore further. So if you have something like this, make sure you're not spacing out so far that the person can't see it.
Yeah.
You know?
So it was pretty close after his first photo, so that's why I'm like, okay, that should have probably been. I don't know if this is attached to the my most irrational fear comment.
Yeah, this is all together.
Okay,
but he did the space, so it's like when you first get on there, you can't see that.
Gotcha.
You know?
So I do respect that choice. So like that is the second thing that you freaking see, and I'm like, okay, he cleared that up. That is actually very respectful. Like.
Okay.
There's no, like, why would you, don't start a relationship off with a lie. Like, just be like, oh, I have a paintball gun, I don't like to hunt, I swear to God. And then, like, 2 years into your relationship,
like,
you're making your own jerky, and you're just, like, have a whole, artillery in your garage, and you're just like, well, about that BB gun comment, actually,
right.
I like shooting guns. Like,
very true.
Just let us know. Come on. So next picture.
Next picture here. So now in this picture, he says low-key flex.
Yep.
And he's got a picture with a doggy. And you can see his full face too.
Yes, you can see his full face. However, he's wearing a hat and sunglasses. So I still have no idea what his face fully looks like. It's like when you're wearing a mask. You're like, well, I like the top part of your face, but where's the rest? I have no idea. And like his face looks nice. It looks like a good. I'm like,
he's got a good little 5 o'clock shadow going.
Yeah.
But again, you can't see the eyes of the hair.
Yeah, I have no idea what his eyes look like. And eyes are the windows into the soul, guys. Let us see your eyes. But the dog is hella fucking cute. Like, well done choice of a picture with you in sunglasses and a hat, because you not only chose that as your second picture, which is not the best choice, but you included an animal that you have or no, because not everybody has that pet.
Maybe just
but they love animals.
Leave all your dog with a picture real quick. So,
yeah,
so girls will hit on me.
Sometimes, pets are a big responsibility as well. Not everybody can afford one, but they have friends that have them, and they like animals. It's a good way of saying, hey, I love animals. So if you have animals, it's not a problem.
Yeah.
Dog's hella cute. I honestly, I would continue just because of that dog pic.
So should this have been his first picture?
Hypothetically. This would have been much better as his first picture. Honestly, if it's something that is that intimidating as a picture, I'd save that for last. Be like, yo, I also like firearms.
Right.
This is a hobby I like. It's kind of like if a girl comes out and says, like, I like to walk around with body paint, completely naked, just painted up.
Yeah.
That's a big hobby to have. It's great. But honestly, some guys might be very territorial about that. They might not want other people seeing their partner's naked body, but with paint all over it. That's something you probably want to save for last, or it's a conversation you want to have later. It's something that they really like to do. However, it shouldn't be something that intimidating. Should be number one.
Yeah, you got to kind of think of these pictures as like a journey, guys. So if you want to, it's like as she's going through your pictures and she's scrolling down, she's accepting more and more of you. So the gun picture, as the last picture, if she's seeing these other things, you have a dog, you're walking on the water, you're on vacation. She has these other things that she now knows about you before she gets to the gun picture.
Exactly. Like, I know a little bit more about you, and then you're like, gun picture, and you're like, your profile is actually pretty solid. And this gun picture, like, maybe you can teach me how to shoot a firearm. Or because, like, if I saw, like, exactly, like, the journey of getting to know who you are as a human being, that might be something that I might be open to. accepting and
as opposed
doing.
to the first picture where it's like, oh my God, he's going to shoot me.
Oh my God, he's got a gun. He owns guns because guns are scary.
So we have some information here about him. So we know he's 30, 6'1". He's
Oh no, that's a big no-no.
Oh, what's that?
Esperanza HS. That's a high school.
Okay. There's no so in this one there's no college anything.
No college. If there's no college, you didn't go to college, that's fine. There is not a problem in the world with you not going to a university, a community college, any kind of higher education above high school. Don't put your high school on there.
Interesting.
Don't put your high school on there.
So why is that a turnoff?
We're not in high school anymore.
Interesting. And you gotta look at it. He's 30 years old and he's still banking on, I went to a high school, but because there's no other education after that. Again, it's not a bad thing, but it makes you be less appealing to women on dating apps. So you'd be better to not have that.
Just take it off. I didn't go to a university or a college. I didn't do that. That's fine. Who cares? Some people do care. Granted, yes. But at the same time, when you put high school on there, I'm like, dude, you an adult. Way out of high school. You need to leave that in the past. We all went to high school, whether you dropped out or graduated, or whether you dropped out before you went to high school. That's fine. Do not put it on your dating profile. You wouldn't even even on work profiles.
Right. It's almost like if you're 40 and you're trying to put on your resume, I worked at a sandwich shop when you were 17. Why is that there?
Take that off of there. It's not serving you in any freaking way. Put stuff on there that will serve you. So even if you didn't go to college, don't put your high school on there. Put something else about yourself on there, where you born or where you were raised or whether you like foods you like or something like that. Just don't put anything on there that does not serve you as a human being. Do you go out and tell people that you just meet for the first time as a friend, be like, oh, I went to high school?
Bravo.
Same, dude. Cool. Next.
Yeah.
Come on.
This is fascinating. I would not have known that before, gentlemen. So there you go.
Oh my God.
Don't put that on there.
Don't put it on there. There is some other stuff on there. What's other? What does that mean?
This.
Oh,
other? I think that's in terms of religious beliefs.
Oh, okay.
It's just saying other, in terms of whatever he believes.
Oh, if you don't have a specific religious belief, if you're not spiritual or you're practicing, don't put it on there.
Yeah, it's one of the things of you don't have to give an answer to every single prompt that they give you. You can leave some stuff blank and leave it for discussion on the date.
Exactly. Okay, fill your bio. Take the time, but also don't put on there that isn't gonna serve you. I can't say it enough. I'm this is useless information to me. Other?
Yeah.
What the does that mean?
Other what?
You're making me work too hard, and the fact that I'm working so hard, I'm all right, I'm already tired.
Yeah.
You're slowly going down the drain, buddy.
So this guy now, he's got this picture, woke up like this. So we see now he has no glasses on, and he's definitely got hair going on.
Yeah, he's got hair. Who knew?
Okay.
Finally, he's, it looks like he's in a construction site because you see some scaffolding behind him, and then you also see him holding a hammer next to him. So he works, I'm guessing he might be working in construction. That's where I'm concluding. He's got a good, solid job. He's good with his hands. That's always good to know. Yeah. And he also, he could build shit. So that's actually very fascinating. For me, if you're a construction worker, I'm like, cool, you're handy. That's really good to know. So I mean, if something goes awry around the house or the apartment, you're like, oh, okay, so I might not have to call a specialist. You might be able to handle this for me. Or you are good at making things. So you can build picture frames or your own mailbox or you can build your own entertainment system or whatever. Yeah. That's a great thing to know. Honestly, just because if you're a lawyer, great. If you're a construction worker, also great. The fact that you have a skill and you're good at your skill, we value.
So if you're skilled in some way, and especially in reference to carpentry or any kind of building thing, you can definitely show that off because that's apparently a very attractive thing to see.
Yeah, it means that you know what you do and you work at it and it's attractive. Even with chefs, you know how to make food. I'm for me as a woman, it's rare. I know. I hate cooking. I will do it. I'm good.
That is surprisingly not as rare as you would think.
Okay. I hate cooking. I'm good at it.
No.
I will do it because I have to feed myself.
Well, of course.
But
yeah.
like the fact that a man knows how to cook, I want to know that. Like, I love to bake. I'm like, you cook, I bake. Cool, we balance. The fact that this guy likes to build stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, no, I definitely want a guy around who likes to make things, and he can make things for me. Like, he can make me gifts, or he can just like make us a home. You never know.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also the fact that I can see his full face. He's very handsome. Why didn't you lead with this picture? This should have been your first picture.
Your first pictures, guys, need to be full face, you in the frame. You know, if you want to show some other stuff you're doing wilding later, like, yeah,
and it's cheeky too. Like, he's holding a cheeky pose, and then he has the comment, "Woke up like this." It's cute. It's charming. I would have, man, he needs. I feel like I should like just comment, be like, "Bro, what are you doing with your life? This is your first picture, solid picture." And then,
so let's go down here to his comment now. So the comment he has here, guys, it says the hallmark of a good relationship is communication. And then he says, not looking for a fling or anything casual, not interested in sexting or hooking up with anyone I'm not in a relationship with. So she's clapping at this. Why are you clapping at this comment?
That is one of the biggest foundations, if not the foundation of a relationship, communication. You have to talk. You have to allow yourself to be vulnerable. You have to invest your time, invest your life into another person, and that involves communication, whether it's via text, whether it's talking on the phone, in person, emails. Honestly, if you email your girlfriend, it better be about business. Because like, if you're like, girl, I love you, I miss you, in an email, I'll be like, why didn't you just text me that shit? Like, getting to know their family, their friends, it's all communication. Like, if you guys are not communicating, you're not gonna be on the same playing level. So the fact that he straight up already knows about communication, it's like, okay, you get brownie points for that one.
Okay.
And he actually like extended it even further. Like, he explained what he was very specifically looking for. He's like, I'm not looking for like a short-term thing. I'm looking for a serious relationship. And like, not looking for a fling or anything casual, not sexting or hooking up. When you have established that relationship, when you have that communication, all of that comes with it. Like, you don't have to be like, oh, I've got a great rack. You wanna see some pictures of it? That eventually will come in later with your communication, because you communicate what you need, and that could be like your love language. Talking about what it is that you need, like visual stimulants, words of affirmation, physical touch, gifts, all that stuff.
Okay.
That comes with communication.
Now, do you think guys need to be listing the part about, like, I'm not interested in casual or sexting? And like, is that a thing that needs to be said by guys on a profile?
Honestly, no, it's not necessary. You can blatantly say what you are looking for on this dating profile. That's totally fine. And even if you don't mention it, like on my dating profile, it's not, I don't mention it. What I'm specifically looking for. I'm looking for a connection. That's what I'm looking for. And with that connection comes communication. That is on my profile. The communication comment is on my profile.
Wow. Okay.
Because it is insane how many men don't know how to communicate their lives. And it might seem tedious to some people. Like when you talk about somebody's life, you're like, oh, what did you do today? Oh, I went to work. Okay.
What did that
and like, honestly, like, that's great. What did you do at work? Like, for me, I'm like, oh, okay. So I woke up, I took my dog out. I said hi to my neighbors. They were really great. We chatted for a little bit. Then I got my dog all together, and then I picked out my outfit, real cute. I'm sending you a pic. Then I got my favorite drink at Starbucks, because I chose Starbucks for today, and it was blah, 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 blah. Chai latte with double espresso. Fire. And then I was like jonesing for a little bit, and so I had to drink a little extra water because I thought I was gonna pass out. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I want to hear that. I want to hear about your day, and that's communication. It can be trivial crap, but it tells me about you, and that's what I'm here for. I want to hear. I want to know, and I want to learn about you. And so, like, this guy, he's blatantly putting out there, like, what he wants in terms of a relationship. And I respect that. Respect anybody who puts that out there. And if you don't no problem. If you do.
So interesting. I'm looking at, as we're going along in the profile, you're starting to like it more. And I'm wondering if like for example, if he had put the previous picture first and then had this first, would that have given a better impression than the first face he put?
100%.
So the order of why you're putting stuff together, guys, is very, very important.
Very
like I said, it's like a narrative. What are you putting in your story? But more importantly, what order are you putting in that's going to have her have a different reaction? Because as we're getting along, it's like, oh, I'm starting to like this guy more. But you don't have that shot if your first things you put up there are like crap.
Now, you're shooting yourself in the foot. So play on words because we got another gun pick.
So there's another gun pick with glasses and a hat and a handgun.
Yeah. So, I mean, this guy likes hats. He likes sunglasses because, like, these are different hats. And these are, I mean, it's different hat and different sunglasses. So that means, like, he takes pride in his appearance and he takes pride in, like, his accessories. And, like, with women, we take pride in the things that we wear. We take pride in our accessories. As I'm grabbing my necklace.
Yes.
Like that's like I like knowing those things because like when I see something like that, it means that he knows what he likes. He knows how to express himself. But it's also a way of like saying, oh, like if we do date, like get him like a pair of sunglasses. Yeah. I could buy him a hat for his birthday or something like that. Or like we can get like matching stupid hats. Just be that couple. But that picture is he's holding a handgun. It's a little intimidating, but that he already stated that as hobby, so I'm like, okay.
Yeah, we already know about the guns at this point.
I was like, yep, we've already known.
And he's got this prompt, I take pride in hard work and honesty. And then he has IG at this and this other thing. It says profiles aren't private, so you can learn more about me there if you're interested. So how do you feel about guys on apps trying to get you to go to other pages of theirs to check them out?
I don't mind it. And honestly, the fact that he had it closer to the bottom after we kind of got to know him. So I'm like, oh, he's giving another window of who he is as a person. I can go on there and check it out. I've got that listed on my profile towards the bottom. I'm like, if you're inclined, you have the option. Okay. So I don't mind at all. Even if somebody's like attached their Instagram profile to their dating app.
There's a lot of apps like to do that now too.
Yeah, a lot of people do. And honestly, I'm like, it is another way of like getting to know who you are as a person. Like you can see like their worlds, especially if they post on their stories, you can be like, oh, they did this and this week or recently. Okay. So like it is another window into their lives. And I honestly like to explore further if I like this person. And the comment about like, he likes hard work and honesty. It's already been stated that he is honest. Like he put up there, like he likes guns. He is a construction worker. Yep. That's also a guess. I don't know if he is a construction worker. But it's clear. It's like he's not lying. He's open about it. Yeah. So the fact that like his narrative is true to what he says, it's more brownie points.
Okay. So these last couple of pictures, this one's I think is a little movie. It's like a concert of some kind. Somebody,
okay. So yeah.
And then that last picture was him holding another gun.
So
he's had like 3 gun pictures in this thing. Is that too many?
Is that
fine? Is that overkill?
A little overkill. First gun, totally fine. The last 2, let me see something else. Like you,
So limit the gun, people. Have like one good picture with you holding the gun in a perfect little angle. They'll get the point.
We already got the point. It's like if I posted up a picture of me painting constantly. We get it. I paint. Like, obviously you like to paint, but there's obviously things that you also like, the other things that you like to do. So it looks like he went to a concert or he's playing.
We couldn't really tell if he was watching the concert, if he's playing the concert, somebody was taping him playing. We can't tell.
No idea, but he likes music, so that's a great thing. So that's another hobby that he likes. But like the guns, I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
Do you like to go on a hike? Do you like swimming? Do you like eating tacos?
Like, is this your only hobby?
Yes, exactly. Like I get that this is probably the hobby that you like, just like how guys love like NFL, how they love March Madness, stuff like that. Like that can be your big thing, and you can state that, which he already has. But like the fact that like you keep reiterating it, it gets boring. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
All right, so that's ultimately this guy's profile. Would you swipe right or swipe left? After all of that.
Wait, does he have his Instagram attached down to the bottom as well?
Yeah, but I didn't record that part. So.
Oh, no, that's totally fine. I'm just like, okay, a little bit overkill with the Instagram part. You don't need to include, like, your IG link if you've got your Instagram
He had 2
attached.
IG links.
I know. I'm like, bravo. Probably one for guns, one for his, like, real personal one. I'd probably swipe no. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, he's charming, but...
like a little too much
It's like, I don't...
A little too much bromania there going on?
No, it's not bromania. It's more along the, like, I don't want to know more. Like, you've pointed out everything that you like.
Wow.
And you've reiterated it. And I'm like, so what else is there to learn? So
there you go, guys. This is why it's good to differentiate up on your pictures, to show different things going on, so you can ideally think, oh, what other things does he do, versus like, oh, this is all he does.
Yes, like that seems like all he does. Like, he works, he shoots guns, and occasionally has a dog somewhere. And he maybe likes music of some kind. So I'm like, these are things that, like, of course I'm like, I want to know about the dog. I like, if there's anything that I'd want to comment on about this profile, would be like, do you have a dog? That'd be it. Otherwise, I know the rest. I'm like, you like guns. That's great.
Man.
So I'd swipe no.
All right.
Sorry, buddy.